Hey viewers and subscribers, welcome to another video by Mzansi Camera Guy. I'd like to thank you for continually supporting me and tuning into my videos. One of the things that I love about my exercising of my freedoms to press and media is that I continuously discover, especially in the Pretoria East area, locations that I previously did not know existed. And Groot FM happens to be a prime example of this. This is an Afrikaans broadcast radio station in Pretoria that I happened to come across on my way to video record from a different location. And being fellow citizens who exercise their rights to freedom of press and media, as well as gathering and sharing information and ideas, which is in essence journalism, I decided to record the building and see if Groot FM personnel would appreciate my exercising of my freedoms and would understand the legalities around this. My aim, as always, is to teach and not to fight with anyone. So the video does get a little bit interesting. Stay tuned and enjoy.
Sorry. Tell me, what are you recording?
So you can see these guys from Groot FM probably do not understand laws about video recording and broadcasting and media. They've come out to ask me what I'm recording. This is very strange. The security guard actually coming out here. We haven't even gone very far. You can see the area that we are in. We haven't even gone out very far, and we've already been confronted by, I don't know why they're sending a security guard. So, but
What to do? Yeah? I don't understand. I don't understand you. Talk to me. Why? Because you do something wrong. You take pictures and thereafter you don't talk to me.
So here's the other guy that came out to. So any case, my aim was not to be here for long. I'm going to carry on my way. Well, okay, so this guy has come back out You can see the security guard standing out there staring at me. He claims that I did something wrong by standing out there video recording. Let's go back down there, let's go check what's going on. Something wrong? What do you mean I've done something wrong? What was wrong that I did? When you claim that I've done something wrong, what do you mean I've done something wrong?
Yeah, it's because you take the building.
Yeah.
Is that concern with the owner?
I don't have to, I don't need, what makes you think that I need consent of the owner?
Because it's his building.
Okay, but I'm outside on the street. The same as I can look at it, I can take a picture of it. Why do I need someone's consent to take a picture of a building? I'm trying to understand.
You can talk to this guy.
No, I don't have to speak to him. I didn't even have to speak to you. That's why I'm asking. What makes you feel that I need their consent?
Yes, sir.
How's it, man?
How are you?
With yourself?
No complaint.
Yes, sir.
The client phoned in. They said, yeah, there's a suspicious person taking photos and they're scared.
Okay.
This is the radio channel.
No, I do understand. It's
Oh,
my first time coming in this area. So that's why I took a...
They're on the, this is Groot FM, they're
Yeah.
on the radio. You know,
Yeah.
they're suspicious, they say they, because previous time they did
Okay.
hold them hostage here. Now they're afraid of people taking pictures and then
Okay.
later on somebody is going to come.
That's why I was having a conversation with him because I'm on this public road, right? And the same way I can look at the building, I can walk around and take pictures and video. And that's what I was explaining to this gentleman.
It's all good.
So if you can explain it to them, it'll be perfect. Not a problem.
Hello, Peter.
Sorry, what are you doing?
Ja, hy sê soos 'n toerist wat nou en hy geweet hy mag dit nou nie doen nie.
A tourist from where?
First of all, I don't have to respond to you guys, right? Like I was saying to the gentleman, I'm out on the street, right? That's the first thing we must establish. I'm out on the public road, right? And I'm just going about minding my own business, right? So my speaking to you guys is just courtesy to just speak or engage with you guys. Because I don't, like the first time this guy came out, I didn't have to respond to you guys, right? So it's just courtesy that I'm actually speaking to you, right? Now, me video recording is the same as me looking at any building that I want to walk around and look at.
I don't agree.
Huh?
I don't agree with you.
Why don't you agree with me?
Because this is private property.
Yes.
You are hiding your identity.
Okay.
Any reasonable person may ask you, why are you filming my property?
Perfect. I don't disagree
You are
with
not answering my question.
Okay.
You are not making yourself available or showing your face at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Even now.
Okay. So let me
this
ask you
makes
the
you
let me
very
ask you the
suspicious.
let me ask you the following questions. Number one, we've established, right? You can ask me what I'm doing. You have a right to do so, right? Do I have to respond to you? Let's be clear. Do I have to respond to you? Do I have to even speak to you guys?
You don't have to respond to me,
Okay.
but that still makes you very suspicious.
That's fine. I can
Makes you
understand.
Very suspicious.
I can understand.
And you keep filming. You are not putting away
But
that.
then you're engaging me.
Even
Then
now.
don't engage me. Then
Even now.
if you don't want me to record, then don't engage me. Don't come to me. If you don't want me, then please leave me alone. Because I'm only
Why
doing
don't
courtesy.
you
I only
go?
came back.
Why don't you go?
Sorry, sir. This is a public road.
Yes.
So why are you asking me where's
Why
my
don't
home?
This
Where's
is
my
a
home?
Public road. You can
But
move
where's
down
my
that
home?
Public road,
Okay. Where's my
that
home?
Public road. Why do you need to be right in front
Hold
of
you.
this
Where's
building?
my home?
This is not your home.
Okay.
That is not a reasonable answer. This is not your home.
But this
That
is a
tree
public
not
space.
home.
But this
Yes,
is a
but
public
this is not
space
a living
where
space.
I belong to. Why are you asking?
No,
why don't you go home then? If
Because this is where I work.
okay, I'm also working and
You are
walking.
not working
Says who?
unless you can tell us
Do I have? This is why I'm
You
saying.
don't have to go into
This is why I'm
detail.
saying, sir.
You don't have to
Do
go
I
into
have to
detail.
respond to you? Let's establish that.
Well, you
Do
don't.
I have to? Thank you.
Don't, but
Okay.
then we have to
Can we get to the
then we have
second one?
to make the presumption that you are conducting some sort of activity.
I am conducting an activity. Yes, that's
Can you
correct.
confirm what the activity is? Because you are filming private
Okay.
property.
So let's establish. Do I have to respond to that as a member of the public walking on the street? Before I respond to
A
that,
member of the public who's hiding his identity, who's filming private property, and when people ask him, excuse me, why are you filming
I
me?
think you guys
he
have
refuses
interacted
to
with me
answer
before,
them.
no?
I see the new law, the Property Act, states that you can't film anyone.
I'll explain all of that. In terms of the Property Act, etc. So why I'm engaging and I keep asking you those questions, right? Number one, I am allowed to put on a face mask, right? I don't have to bow to anybody. The same way I can ask you why you're wearing that colored shirt. I don't have to. No, it is the
It's
same.
not the same at all. Please, don't talk.
Let's have an engagement.
You
can put on a face mask.
nonsense,
You can
man.
put on a face
That's
mask if you want. Can you not?
nonsense. Comparing my shirt, comparing your mask. It's
You can put on
not
a
the
balaclava
same.
if you want to.
It's not.
And
the
nobody
same.
has a right to
I
ask you
don't
to
wear
take it off.
balaclava to
No,
work.
you don't. But if you did, nobody can compel you to take it off, right?
I'm sorry, it's not the same.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to interject.
Okay.
And I would not like to be filmed if you don't mind, but I am not going to be part of this situation and escalate.
Okay.
You are completely within your right to be on public property, to walk here. You're more than welcome to. I think because we are a public entity as well as the radio station, sometimes there is sensitive information that we handle, sensitive guests that come here. I'm talking about sometimes politicians, people who have security clearance and that kind of thing. So I think that was the biggest risk, just understanding, is this something that could possibly lead to one of our guests being in a compromised position. So you're more than welcome to film here. You are within your right to say that you are walking up and down here. There's nothing that goes against that law, and once again, freedom of speech, so you can do that. But I think as a courtesy, we would ask that our premises not be filmed, just out of respect, and once again, out of common sense. Me and you, South African citizens, we live in South Africa. We do understand how crime works and what happens and what most criminals' modus operandi is. They'll scope out the place. We've had incidents in the street, and I think that is why everyone is just curious what the reasoning is behind the film.
Okay. Let me first acknowledge you are perfectly within your rights to be anxious
Yes.
when you see someone walking around, yes, doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Perfectly within your right to be anxious, to want to inquire. I'm not faulting you on that in any way whatsoever. I'm glad you actually understand that because I'm out in the public street, and I think you talk about freedom of expression,
And
section
freedom of movement as well.
freedom of movement section, and what I'm actually engaging in section 16 1 A and B, which is freedom of press and media, freedom to gather and disseminate information and ideas, right? That is what I do, all right? And I think also I did not hide myself in any way. If a criminal wanted to actually scope your place and do
Yeah,
something,
they'd probably be
they
a
would
little
probably
bit more criminal about it.
exactly. But you guys can see me like I'm walking out in the open. I didn't run away from you guys, etc. So I think you guys have sort of assessed the level of threat that I am of no threat whatsoever. I'm merely, and in actual fact, that's what I actually do.
Are you conducting some sort of social experiment?
It's
Okay,
it's
so similar to the guys in the US who open carry.
First Amendment,
and
exactly.
See, all
Yeah.
of that. So it's
Yeah.
a similar kind of experiment.
Similar kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm going around, I go around public areas and I go and conduct this activity and to see how people understand.
How have you been engaged? Is it normally quite aggressively, I would presume?
Initially, it used to be very aggressive, especially with the security companies. When I started last year, I encountered a lot of aggression from Bull and Brinant, but funny thing is that they have like changed drastically because we've engaged on numerous occasions And also, I've been to the police station
Yes.
on numerous occasions.
So they know you by now.
They know me by now, and they've also explained to the security companies that I am within my right,
Yes.
etc., to be conducting this activity. But I'm still. My purpose for doing this is actually I do have a channel as well.
There we go. Can't
So-
live in 21st century and not have a YouTube channel.
You see, so I'm actually using that to try and also, similar to what these guys are doing, trying to sort of sensitize people about these sort of things, and then to also engage people with regards to this sort of thing. So I think our officer here did talk about the Poppy Act, right? So with regards to the Poppy Act, the Poppy Act does make an exclusion, right? It makes an exclusion when it comes to journalism.
Personal information. Yeah,
Yes, when it comes
you
to-
can't share any personal information that public spaces are.
No, when it comes to journalism.
Yes.
So when you're engaging in journalism, the Poppy Act says that there's an exclusion. So if you capture images or video of people in a public space,
How would we know you're a journalist? So, for instance, if you start off by saying this is a research project or this is journalism, people would perhaps react much differently. But you say you are allowed to infringe my right to privacy because you're a journalist, but you never confirm that you're a journalist. So is this a setup just to see how people would react, which does not
Can
seem
I
very
just
fair?
ask one thing? Can we all just move like?
Oh, 'cause of the vehicle, of the cars.
We don't want to be in an accident or have
Okay.
anybody hurt as well.
all right. So like I just explained to the gentleman here, section 16, 1A and B. Section 16 says everybody has freedom of expression, right? Then A says freedom
Yes,
of
but you
press.
know every right can be limited. You know that. as
True,
well, right?
that's section 36. I get
Not
you on
in
that
this
one.
context, no, but okay.
Yeah. So every right can be
Section
limited.
36 refers to a
Is
statute
it
or
not-
a right that can limit that right. So section
Yes.
36 won't be applicable.
No, but remember that's the section that says that limits all the others, where it says that when you are limiting, you need to give the grounds why you're limiting, what right you're limiting, for how long you're limiting, etc., right? That is section 36. So to say that you're going to limit my right to freedom of expression, you would then have to have specific grounds, right? Now, when you look at section 36, A and B, like I was saying, A is freedom of press and media. Then B is freedom to gather and share information, which is exactly what you guys do here, press and media. So inherently, if it's in the Bill of Rights, it means that you actually have the right to press and media to gather and share information, which is in
What do
essence
you
what
think
journalists do.
weighs up more? If you weigh up two rights that's applicable here, the right to privacy or the right to press and media.
Okay.
So you would ask yourself, in terms of press and media, what are you doing? Are you delivering content to the world outside there? And when you are recording this building, in what way will it be relevant to the reader if you compare it to a newspaper or a radio broadcast? Are you delivering content that is useful to the person walking there? Or do you get viewers that simply watch you how you record buildings? And then you refuse to give any sort of feedback when we, I think, ask in a very appropriate manner. Excuse me, what are you doing? You refuse to give feedback. So then it's more like a setup. And then you keep recording my reaction. So this seems for me not in the sense of journalism, but more like entertainment. So you are looking for a reaction from my side, and luckily Dupi came out and he's calm and he calmed things down. I'm thankful towards him. But at the end of the day, I think in the current setup, where people are very nervous, and this is a sensitive place, this is a workplace, we have got a lot of people coming in inside, and we've got females inside there sitting as well, and you made them feel really uncomfortable by just recording them and giving no feedback at all. You never disclosed your identity, and you keep saying you don't have to disclose your identity. And you say this is all in the name of journalism or content creation. I don't agree. I don't think that this is fair. I think this is an intrusion of my privacy, of this building's privacy. We ask you in a decent manner, what are you doing? You couldn't give us proper feedback, and now you're saying you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think just to add to that is the biggest reason for the concern is because we have people here and female staff that have been harassed. We've had stalkers, because we're also in the public eye. And unfortunately, the nature of human beings are that not everyone is always on the straight and narrow. So it is like you said, it is an uncomfortable situation, and I think they were slightly alarmed because we've had people do similar stuff in the past. I think what Stephen just tried to ascertain from the conversation is just who you are, and you're more than welcome to be here and to film and express yourself as a journalist, as we do on our platform as well. Your platform is just a little bit different compared to ours, but similar to the rhino stuff and the poaching. There's certain stuff that we can't mention on our platform on the radio of where these rhinos are because of the sensitivity of that.
Okay.
And similar to your platform, I would expect and hopefully you would understand that because of the kind of guests that we have and the people that we wouldn't like, similar to the rhinos, have our security compromised by something that's in the public space as a YouTube video or a Facebook video where people can see vulnerabilities or that kind of thing. So that's what it boils down to for me, but I mean there's a counter argument for that situation as well. So I think we don't want to keep each other here because I'm actually getting quite cold and we don't have jackets. But if we could just establish who you are. I'm Dupi, by the way. I do the afternoon drive show. This is Stephen. I'm sure you know that. These guys look after our premises. That's because. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you want to engage with me and at least tell me who you are, that's fine. If you don't want to, I'm gonna bid you a farewell and then just ask you to be safe.
No, thank you very much. Yeah, we could have gone on and on in terms of because you know it would be
and make a fire, chill it out, get a few beers.
Dupi's on a diet.
I'm on a diet.
I'm actually also
before 7.
I actually also do this to try and do a bit of a workout. So it's like while I'm doing this and gathering content, it's also kind of like urban hiking for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I can work on the body a bit.
Into all of these Gen Z millennial stuff, man. Urban hiking.
I'm trying
geocaching.
I'm part of that group that doesn't know whether they're old or they're still young. So yeah. But look, I do understand and like you said, there are ladies in there. I do understand that they may feel a bit worried and scared, and I understand. And that was not actually per se what I want to do. But to be honest, when you're saying it's sort of like a setup, my aim is just to see how people to react. Like he asked the first question, and I said it's almost like a social experiment to see how people do react or do respond to this. And like I said, other people I don't actually engage them at all, and I just carry on. Like I saw he was sort of like standing here. That's why I actually was leaving, and then I saw he came and he stood outside. That's why I came back to see what was going on, if he was gonna follow me or otherwise.
I think then he asked you. And I think what bothers me is he's just doing his job. He's here to protect, and if you could get some slight information from you, then you can go back and you can tell everybody it's okay. But now you've stressed, perhaps, I can't speak on behalf of me, but perhaps you've stressed him up. Now he needs to find other people to come and sort this out. So perhaps it's all part of your experiment, but I just think there's another way to go about this.
I accept, how would I put it? I acknowledge your idea or your difference of opinion on it, and I think that's also what makes us all diverse as humans, that I've chosen to go about it in this way. You may not agree with me, right? But as long as I guess we can sort of also respect each other on the fact that we do have differences in approach, but you can also accept that as much that as long as I am not, if I can put it this way, breaking a law, right, that I can be left alone to go about my activity in the way that I think my freedom of choice allows me to go about doing it.
So can we have an identity perhaps? We might even give you a follow.
I'm sure you'll find the videos online.
Well, you can at least give us your YouTube channel name. I mean, that should be public knowledge, and especially if it's going into a video.
I normally try not to disclose it.
Oh, you can't do that.
Huh? No, people find it, especially the security companies. They've, I know, is it Bull Security? I think they've been following, and so on. So yeah, they do know my channel. So I try not to disclose while I'm up and about, but eventually you'll find it, and you'll find the
It's
story.
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Then I can't agree with the method. Then I can't go away, walk away here with the feeling that we've met minds here. Because I think
Yeah, it feels like it's a little bit one-sided. I get it,
this
but
is a bit
anyway,
one-sided. But yeah,
I'm gonna
All right.
go in as well. I'm leaving you with this.
Okay.
Leon Schuster. You know who Leon Schuster?
Yeah, I know Leon Schuster.
Leon Schuster said that he stopped doing comedy, especially the pranks, because of the way South Africans started acting and because it got too dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, for your own safety, my friend, I'm
I've
just
had-
letting you know, stay safe, be vigilant, and just watch out for your own safety being out there as well.
No, you are right. No, I've been attacked multiple times,
Yeah.
so I've had
Luckily,
my
you
fair
got
share.
the gun show going, so that's fine.
Yeah. All right. No, thanks.
buddy.
Cheers.
Have a good
Cheers. Cheers. All right. Cheers. Sir.
Enjoy your day.
Thanks. You too.